Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to this illustrious competition, the SHS academic competition for high schools across the country, Ghana. We have two schools that have performed remarkably well in the preliminary rounds. I'm talking about the school to my right, Presbyterian Boys Senior High School. Please, a round of applause for them. And to my immediate left, Keta Senior High School. I'll tell you a little bit more about their journey here. And in the preliminary rounds, they had one of the most competitive, preliminary rounds of the competition, the quarterfinals, I should say. My name is Patrick Stevenson, and I'll be your host for this particular competition. Now, at the beginning of every round, there will be 4 rounds of competition, right? At the beginning of every round, I will read out the rules of engagement, and I will expect that you will pay attention to these rules of engagement and conduct your business accordingly. Round number 1 will involve candidates or schools answering a maximum of 8 questions and doing so in 3 minutes maximum. I am ready whenever you both are, and we shall be starting off with Keta Senior High School. But before we get into the details of that, I will expect the candidates to briefly introduce themselves. Let's hear who we have for Keta Senior High School as well as Presbyterian Boys Senior High School. Keta, over to you.
Ajado Chawanda, General Arts Final Year.
Agodo Tomondia, General Arts Final Year.
Atipo Marcel, General Science Final Year.
Great. And then we have
Anyamisi Elizabeth, General Science Final Year.
Yes. So that's your contingent for Keta Senior High School. And for Presbyterian Boys?
Safo Edu Isaac, General Science Final Year.
Nketia Benjamin, General Science Final Year.
Eje Minta Benjamin, General Science Final Year.
Bokwe George Boyd, General Arts Final Year.
And that is your contingent from Presbyterian Boys Senior High School. Keta Senior High School, we shall start off round 1 with you. Keta Senior High School, question 1. Which of these people is not buried inside the Cape Coast Castle? A. George MacLean, B. Philip Kwaku, C. K.A. Buzia, D. Yes?
K.A. Buzia.
K.A. Buzia it is, and that's correct for 10 points. When did the Portuguese arrive on the coast of the Gold Coast? Yes, Wanda?
1471.
1471 is correct for 10 points. Question 3. Who was Ghana's first lady? Yes, Wanda?
Helena Fatiarit. Madam Helena Fatiarit Nkrumah.
Fatiarit Nkrumah, that's correct for 10 points. Question 4. Who is the current Director General of the Ghana Education Service? Yes?
Dr. Kwesi Opoku-Amankwa.
I will give it to you, but his title is not a doctor. I'll give it to you. That's correct for 10 points. He's a professor. Question 5. Which Ghanaian football club was founded in 1911? Yes, Wanda?
Hearts of Oak.
Accra Hearts of Oak. Question 6. In which year did Ghana win bronze in the Olympics Games football tournament? Yes, Wanda?
1992.
Yes?
1992.
1992 is correct for 10 points. Question 7. Who founded the Pentecost Church? Who founded it? A. John Wesley, B. Abraham, C. James McKeown, and D. John Thomas. Yes, Wanda?
C.
James McKeown. Final question for this round. What name is given to the type of cost that is borne by the entire community for the existence of a firm in it? A. Private cost, B. Social cost, C. Accounting cost, and D. Marginal cost. I've got a Thurmond.
Social.
Social cost. Presbyterian boys, who was the mother of Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
Skip.
They will skip question 2. The correct answer there is Elizabeth Nyaneba. Question 2. Which Ghanaian head of state introduced the Operation Feed Yourself? A. J.J. Yes. A.J. Mentor.
Ignatius Kutu Echampong.
Ignatius Kutu Echampong. Question 3. Which Ghanaian government is noted for embarking on rural development policy? A. The PNDC government. B. The NDC government. C. The SMCI government. And D. The Progress Party government. The Progress Party government. Which of these is noted for embarking on? Yes, George Boyd.
Progress Party Parliament.
The Progress Party government. Question 4. Who is the first Ghanaian to be appointed the executive secretary of ECOWAS? Yes, George Boyd.
Dr. Ibn Chambers.
Mohammed Ibn Chambers. Question 5. Which African leader was known as the show boy? A. Yes,
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is correct. Question 6. When was the Tema Harbour opened? A. 1957, B. 1960, C. 1962, and D. 1992. Yes, George Boyd.
1962.
1962 is correct for 10 points. What name is given to the total output obtained by combining all factors of production in a production process? A. Total product. B. Average product. C. Marginal product, and D. Linear product. Yes, George Boyd.
Total product.
Total product is correct for 10 points. And your final question, at what age did Dr. Kwame Nkrumah start schooling? A. 7 years, B. 15 years, C. 21 years, and D. 32 years. Yes, George Boyd?
7 years.
7 years is correct. 7 years is correct for 10 points. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of round number 1.
Bake it! It's original, you gotta take it. Macberry, bake with love. Macberry, original. Macberry, see we love it, everybody love it. Mama and Papa, them love it. Macberry be the biscuit, being be the picking them secret. Macberry be the biscuit, and they give everybody when they visit me. Macberry, originally baked with love. Macberry, baked with love. Macberry, original. Macberry, baked with love. Macberry, original. Macberry, originally baked with love.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round number 1, the contingent from Keta Senior High School from Volta region amassed a total of 80 points. A round of applause for them. And the brilliant gentleman from Presbyterian Boys Senior High School amassed a total of 70 points. 70 points. So the rules of engagement for round number 2. Questions are going to be in the areas of writing, reading, and arithmetics. And each school is going to be posed a question for a maximum of 10 points if you answer correctly. If the answer is wrong at this stage of the competition, a penalty of 5 will be applied. If a school gets an answer wrong or decides not to answer the question, we shall immediately pass on that question to the opposing school as a bonus question, for which, if they answer correctly, they get a maximum bonus points of 5. If they answer wrongly, there's a penalty of 5. I hope the rules of engagement are clear. Great. And so we shall once again start off with Keta Senior High School. These are synonyms, right? So from the words or alternatives that I will read, you are to choose the word that is nearest in meaning to the word I read. Keta Senior High School, the word is DV, D-I-V-V-Y. The options: A, selfless, B, follower, C, foolish, D, pioneer. I'm afraid Keta Senior High School, my time is up, so we go to Presbyterian boys as a bonus question. And it's not a word they are familiar with either. The correct answer there is pioneer, pioneer. Presbyterian boys, same preamble. You are to choose the word that is nearest in meaning to dank, D-A-N-K, dank. A, dangerous, B, ugly, C, plunder, and D, damp. Yes?
Dangerous.
Dangerous is wrong. That's not correct. The correct answer there is damp. Damp. D. Your main question, Keta Senior High School. Same preamble. The word nearest in meaning to haggle. Haggle. H-A-G-G-L-E. Haggle. A, postpone. B, accept. C, bargain. D, reject. Yes, is it Marcel?
Bargain.
Bargain it is, bargain it is. Bargain, correct for 10 points. Presbyterian boys. Same preamble. Choose the word nearest in meaning to abstruse. Abstruse. A-B-S-T-R-U-S-E. A, allophil. B, shallow. C, irrelevant. D, profound. I'm sorry, Presby boys, my bell is gone. I'm going to have to pass that as a bonus question to Keta Senior High School. And they will rather not attempt it. The correct answer there is D, profound. D, profound. To both schools, the preamble will apply. You are to pick the word that is opposite in meaning. So the word that is opposite in meaning, antonyms now. We start off with Keta Senior High School. Choose the word that is opposite in meaning to the word hamstring. Hamstring. H-A-M-S-T-R-I-N-G. Hamstring. A, strengthen. B, enlarge. C, stimulate. D, awake. I'm sorry, Keta Senior High School, my bell is gone. We have to transfer that as a bonus question to Presbyterian boys. Yes, I had your bell before mine.
Strengthen.
Strengthen is correct for 5 points. Strengthen is correct for 5 points. Presby boys, your main question. Choose the word that is opposite in meaning to debonair. D-E-B-O-N-A-I-R. A, worried. B, pensive. C, grim. And D, serious. Yes, Safuedu?
Worried. Worried.
Worried is wrong. That's not correct. And so that is transferred as a bonus question to Keta Senior High School. Keta would rather not attempt it. And the correct answer there is serious. Serious. Keta, your main question. Choose the word that is opposite in meaning to sub rosa. A, fresh. B, intoxicating. C, open. And D, repulsive. Yes, Marcel?
Repulsive.
I'm sorry, the answer is not repulsive, so it is a bonus question to Presbyterian boys. And my bell is gone. The correct answer there is open. Open. Presby boys, your question. The word opposite in meaning to acumen. Acumen. A-C-U-M-E-N. Acumen. A, intelligent. B, imbecility. C, potentiality. And D, unfamiliarity. Yes, Safuedu?
Unfamiliarity.
No, that's not correct. It's not correct. Unfamiliarity is not correct. It's not correct. And so I'm going to have to consider this as a bonus question to Keta Senior High School. And the bell is gone. The correct answer there is imbecility, is not unfamiliarity. Keta Senior High School. your main question, but the preamble applies, I suspect, to both schools. A farmer planned to plow a field by doing 120 hectares a day. After 2 days of work, he increased his daily productivity rate by 25%, and he finished the job 2 days ahead of the schedule. What is the area of the field? My bell is gone. We'll treat that as a bonus question to Presbyterian boys. The bell is gone there as well. The correct answer is 1,440 hectares. 1,440 hectares. Presbyterian boys, same preamble. In how many days did the farmer get the job done? Yes, my bell is gone, and so I'll pass that off as a bonus question to Keta Senior High School. Yes, I had your bell. I'll give you the opportunity to answer the question.
10 days.
10 days. 10 days. 10 days is correct. Keta Senior High School. In a large circle containing two small circles, AB is the diameter of the large circle. The centers C1 and C2 of the smaller circles are on AB. The two small circles are congruent and tangent to each other and to the large circle. The circumference of circle C1 is 8 pi. What is the area of the large circle? Yes, is that Marcel or Elizabeth?
16 pi square units.
Pardon?
16 pi square units.
16 pi square root.
Units.
16 pi square units. I'm not sure that's accurate. That's not accurate. So a bonus question for Presbyterian boys, is that Cyril?
64 pi square units.
64 pi square units. Presbyterian boys, your main question, which brings us to the end of round number 2. If W workers working at equal rates can produce X toys in N days, how many days does it take C workers working at same equal rates to produce Y toys? Prezi boys, my bell is gone. We're gonna have to take that as a bonus question, Keta Senior High School. And my bell there is gone as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of round number 2. An appreciation to both schools.
The best things here at Webster in terms of our academics are small classroom settings.
Allowing you to have that feel of just being alone with the teacher.
You get a glimpse of the world in a classroom.
The school is an inclusive school.
I can't think of a better place to study than Webster.
It's a place you could grow without doing much.
Not only do they make you feel like you can succeed, you know you can succeed.
We have a lot of interesting courses.
Socially, it's like a family.
It feels like family.
We have a lot of seminars by the students, and it gives you a lot of time to flourish and develop yourself.
We're diverse, and it's beautiful.
Everyone is very inclusive of everyone else.
Webster will not only change you, it will transform you as well.
Webster University is an American university with both full service and study abroad locations in the USA, Switzerland, Netherlands, Greece, China, the UK, Austria, Thailand, and Ghana.
At the end of round number 2, Presbyterian boys has a total of 5 points for round 2. 5 points. Please put your hands together for them. Keta Senior High School has a total of 10 points for round number 2. For round 3, rules of engagement, the questions will this time be posed to both schools, and so you don't have the luxury of answering only to the quizmaster, but the speed with which your opponents equally can provide the answer. You can buzz in at any time while a question is being read, so you can provide the answer to the question. If the answer is correct, you get a maximum 10 points. If it's wrong, there's a penalty of 5. If you answer the question on a wrongful clue, if you provide a wrong answer on any of the clues, we're allowed to finish the rest of the clues to the opposing school to see if they can provide the answer to the question. And if they answer right, they have a maximum 10 points. If it's not, they get a penalty of 5 to both schools. An element Y forms amphoteric oxides, is a good conductor of electricity, and forms colored complex compounds. What could Y be? Yes, I heard your bell first, Cyril.
Transition metal.
I'm not going to take that. I heard your bell as well.
Lead.
I'm not going to take lead. To both schools, which of the following changes involving water will there be an increase in volume? Will there be an increase in volume? A, when ice is 0 degrees Celsius, melts to form water at 0 degrees Celsius. B, when water at 0 degrees Celsius freezes to form ice at 0 degrees Celsius. C, when the temperature of water increases from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. Yes, Marcel?
B.
B is correct, ladies and gentlemen. That's correct for 10 points. To both schools. When containers, take that again. Containers A and B are of equal shape, size, and capacity. They are filled with equal amounts of water at room temperature and placed under the hot sun in an open area. The temperature of the water in the containers is measured with a thermometer sometime later. It was observed that the water in container A has a higher temperature compared to that in container B. What could be the possible reasons for this observation? I, container A is painted black and container B is painted silver. Container A is made of plastic and container B is made of steel. Container A is covered with a, yes, is that Marcel?
A.
I am sorry, that answer is wrong, so I finished the clues. Container A is covered with a lid, but container B is opened on top. Answer A, I and I. Answer B, I and I. Answer C, I and I. And D, I and I. Presby boys? Oh, that's my bell, so not Presby boys. Well, you equally forfeit the opportunity to get the 10 maximum points for that particular question. To both schools, a test cross is carried out on an organism of unknown genotype. Half of the offspring have the same phenotype as the parent with the unknown genotype. What can be concluded? Yes, is that Benjamin?
The organism is heterozygous for the trait.
Yes, that is correct for 10 points. The organism is heterozygous for this particular trait. To both schools, a complete combustion of propane, C3H8, in the presence of an excess amount of oxygen gas results in the formation of carbon dioxide gas and water. If 220 grams of propane fully combusted, what mass of water is produced? A, 90 grams, B, 220 grams, C, 360 grams, and D, 880 grams. That must be the bell of Keta Senior High School. Is that a Marcel?
880 grams.
That's inaccurate. That is inaccurate. So we'll go to Prezi Boys as a bonus question. Cyril?
360 grams.
360 grams. 360 grams. 360. To both schools. Which of the following statements about the behavior of gaseous H2 hydrogen molecules in a container at 1 atmospheric pressure and 298 K temperature are correct? I, all H2 molecules are moving at the same speed. I, the H2 molecules are always in a continuous random motion. The H2 molecules will collide more frequently with the walls of the container at a higher temperature of 498 K. And then IV, doubling the temperature, will double the speed of the hydrogen molecules, of the H2 molecules. A, I and II. B, II and III. C, I and III. Yes, Keta Senior High School, Marcel.
C.
I am sorry, that answer is inaccurate. D, II, and IV. Yes, Prezi Boys, is that Cyril?
II and III.
And that answer is correct, ladies and gentlemen. That is correct. To both schools. 100 grams of ice, initially at -5 degrees Celsius, is placed in a polystyrene cup. 200 centimeters cube of water at 60 degrees Celsius is then poured into the glass cup such that all the ice melts. What is the final temperature of the water? Ignore that heat gained by the polystyrene cup. Ignore that heat that is gained. Specific latent heat of ice is 2.00 kilojoules. Specific latent heat of water is 4.187 kilojoules, and the latent heat of fusion of ice is 33.5 kilojoules. My bell is gone, so both schools forfeit the opportunity to answer the question and get 10 points. Benjamin, you had an answer? Nowhere near. Great. To both schools. In 1798, this man reported the results of an experiment in which he said he had weighed the earth. Yes, Cyril?
Henry Cavendish.
What?
Henry Cavendish.
Henry Cavendish. Henry Cavendish. To both schools. Cavendish is also known for discovering this element. Yes?
Hydrogen.
Benjamin?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen it is. Hydrogen it is. Hydrogen it is. To both schools. This small gland in the chest directs. Yes, Cyril?
The thymus.
Thymus gland. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of round number 3. Now we shall be getting into round 4, but before then, we'll look at the total amount of points that have been amassed thus far at the end of round 3. At the end of round 3, Keta Senior High School has negative 10 points. A round of applause for them. And then Presbyterian Boys Senior High School amasses a total of 55 points. Now this is instructive as we get into round number 4 and my personal favorite round of this particular competition, where we get to pitch the students one against each other in the areas of English, math, science, and general knowledge. Shall we have all candidates kindly leave us and leave only those answering questions in English language at the podium? To both schools, may the best school and the best candidate win. You have one word substitutions. So I'll read a sentence or a phrase. You pick the words that I'll read, the one that almost represents. Question 1. An unreasonable enthusiasm for the glorification of one's country. The answers: A, communism, B, imperialism, C, patriotism, and D, chauvinism.
Chauvinism.
Chauvinism it is. Chauvinism it is. To both schools, the fear of going to bed. The fear of going to bed. A, clinophobia. B, ballistophobia. C, xenophobia. D, stenophobia. And they don't have the answer to the questions. They can take leave of us, and then we shall invite candidates to answer the questions in mathematics. Question 1. A farming field can be plowed by 6 tractors in 4 days. When 6 tractors are put together to work, each of them plows 120 hectares a day. If 2 of the tractors were moved to another field, then the remaining 4 tractors could plow the same field in 5 days. How many hectares a day would one tractor plow then? I'm sorry, my bell is gone. Question 2. In an ATM, an automatic teller machine, ATM, if the currency notes of denominations 500 CDs, 100 CDs, and 50 CDs are in the ratio 3:3:4, and the total cash in the ATM is 400,000 Ghana cedis, how many notes of each denominations are there? So for each denominations, how many notes of each denominations will there be in the ATM? Yes, Benjamin?
So for the 500 CDs, there will be 12 times 10 to the power 4 denominations, or 120,000 denominations. And then for the 100 CDs, there will be 120,000 denominations. And for the 50 CDs, there will be 160,000 denominations.
That cannot be accurate. We're talking about number of denominations. So when you say, in fact, the total number of denominations, right, is not known. My bell is gone until you forfeit the opportunity to answer the question correctly. Thank you to Benjamin and Elizabeth, please. They take leave of us and welcome our candidates answering the questions in science, the general science. So I'll give you some time to see. So now, right about now, you should be watching in your VR set the 3D version of the lymphatic system. Is that what you see? You can nod, I will know that's what you're seeing, the lymphatic system. Right? Now, the question here is, what is the start and end location of the lymph node? The lymph node. My bell is gone. Question 2. Both schools. Fully terrestrial organisms first appearing during this period, as did the first true dragonflies. the early amniote. Yes, Cyril?
The Permian period.
Permian. The Permian period. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for them as they take leave of us. And we have general knowledge candidates. Question 1. Where is the headquarters of OPEC? So I heard your bell first.
Vienna City.
Vienna. To both schools. What is the tax paid when one sells a fixed or capital asset? A fixed or capital asset. And the bell is gone. A round of applause for them as the other candidates join us. And ladies and gentlemen, this effectively brings us to the end of round number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to congratulate Presbyterian Boys Senior High School for having amassed a total of 145 points, 145, and Keta Senior High School amassing a total of 90 points. And so to Keta Senior High School, it's been a hard-fought contest. You started well, but unfortunately, you don't make it through to the finals of the 2019-2020 competition. And so we wish you well and better preparations for the competition for the next edition. And to Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, we shall see you in the finals.